What's going on, everybody? Lauren with the TMF Podcast here on Planet Podcast. And, well, it came and went. The Dexter New Blood season finale aired yesterday. I watched it, and I gotta say, they promised to break the internet. I don't know that they quite broke the internet. But the finale, I'm just gonna say this. If you haven't watched it, spoiler alert. But it left me wanting a little more out of this exact episode, honestly. Not so much out of the series itself, but maybe out of this episode, right? So my prediction was that Harrison and Dexter would kill Kurt, and I thought that Kurt would have made a move on Angela, and that would have been the reason for it. And maybe the two of them, I kind of saw Angela getting killed. I thought like would have all come full circle around on Dexter. But what we didn't see happening was Angela going full 180 on Dexter and locking him up and saying, look, man, you're the Bay Harbor Butcher. So it kind of came full circle around, right? Episode kicks off. They're sifting through Dexter's ashes. Everyone's coming in the community to help him. He feels like he's finally in a place where everything makes sense. Harrison's happy. Angela is, how he's not like even aware that Angela is losing her freaking mind, I don't know. Maybe that's just the sociopath in him. But it was kind of wild, right? So all that goes down. And meanwhile, they found this epic trophy room of Kurt's. And I'm like, they've got to share that with him. So Angela fights him over, locks him up, takes him to jail. And man, Logan was there. Logan was kind of like on the fence about the whole thing. Harrison doesn't know what to do. I feel like the final episode felt rushed. I think they could have taken this one and split this episode into 2 episodes. That's my take on it. I would have made it more whole for me. I felt like they rushed it. You know, Angela's trying to do so much. She calls Batista, wants to get Batista's take on, you know, is Dexter the Bay Harbor Butcher? Batista's going to fly out there. His entire purpose completely useless, with the exception of talking about the Bay Harbor Butcher at the conference, which we saw for a second. How much of that even affected her at all? Angela's entire police grid at all? Almost zero. The only thing that made it even relevant was the fact that she found out Dexter was from Miami, and then the Mary fucking Kill podcaster, you know, her talking about it and listening to it. That's the only thing. Outside of that, the ketamine is what was going to bring him down. She was dead right? She had Dexter dead to rights. He was playing the cards well. I thought there's no way they're going to get a conviction on him. They don't have enough evidence of anything they have no evidence that he killed Matt. They only have the hardware that was in Matt's legs. So it's not enough. Circumstantial at best, no witnesses, nothing else to prove it, right? You've got ketamine and 2 dead guys. One of them that Dexter had a run-in with. The other one, they can't prove that he was there. So all the evidence was very circumstantial. And there's no way you're going to tie Dexter to the Bay Harbor Butcher after 10 years. There's just no evidence, right? Even with whatever was in that file. That being said, the biggest letdown of it was him killing Logan, right? Logan goes to give him the water. He bangs his head, says, give me the keys. Logan goes to get the gun. Dexter kills him. I feel like that was really the catalyst for Dexter dying. Right there was, now you're in survival mode and it's not about helping people. Harrison was on board when he thought, we're helping people, we're saving lives, which they were. Hands down, Dexter killing serial killers or other people who murder people is saving lives. We can definitely agree on that. But once he killed Logan, all bets were off. You know, he meets up with Harrison. They got to get out of town. And you saw something. This is where I think Michael C. Hall did such a great job at playing the character. Is you saw a change in the physical look of him when he met up with Harrison. He's like, we can go, we can do this. The world needs us. As soon as he started saying that, you saw like an emotional turn in him that was like, we're doing the right thing. We can go to LA. We can keep hunting. And Harrison's like, what? No, I like it here. I have friends here. I don't want to do this. I want to live a normal life. What are you talking about? I get angry. I get angry because you left. And at that point, it was when Dexter realized, like, hey, you're right. I need to kill people, and you are not like me. And the only way you're going to have a normal life is if I'm not in it. And that equated to him shooting him. Harrison shoots him, which is going to scar. Man, look, you can't just tell me he's going to be okay after shooting his dad, killing his dad. And then Angela just giving him like $20 and like, get out of town. Come on, man. Come on now. That seemed this seemed so rushed. You know, Angela finds all the bodies of all the missing women she's been looking for. And we don't really get we just got like an end scene. And that's where I had a problem with the ending of it, was like, we should have had a little more on the discovery of what is arguably the best trophy of a serial killer we've ever seen in all the seasons of Dexter. That entire thing, like, you feel like that would have just tore that town apart, right? It would have given so many people closure on so many levels. Like, I feel like they didn't do that part of it justice. We could have gotten another 20, 30 minutes out of the series and just went back to, you know, everyone just sorting through it and figuring it out. Even if it's a montage, give us something. I feel like we got kind of left on the hanging with that one. And then where does it go from here? Harrison drives off, and if Harrison's not like Dexter, then I don't see Dexter becoming the dark passenger for Harrison. If they do decide to write that in, and we follow Harrison on this trip, then we could see that. We could see him seeing Dexter and Dexter teaching him the code through the dark passenger. The problem that I have with the narrative of doing that, I like the idea. Problem I have is Dexter knew the people that he saw. He knew Harry. And the entire persona of the dark passenger is really just his own thoughts. It's Dexter's thoughts within himself. So it's really just him talking to himself through a visual that we see as Harry or Deborah. Harrison has not known Dexter, and so he wouldn't really be able to give him the code because he can't really teach him something he doesn't already know or have already seen. So I have a little bit of a hesitation with going down that road. I don't know. We'll see. The writer of the show and the creator of the show have said it's basically in Showtime's hands. They've got a number of ways they can go with it. But, you know, to see Michael C. Hall, you know, die as Dexter is, you know, I guess it's a finite thing. We saw it, it ended, and I really liked him as Jim Lindsay. I would have just been okay with him and Harrison just getting away with it, honestly, and just being out there. But if you really wanted to put an end to kind of the series, then that you have to kill him, right? You have to. You can't just be like, well, he's still out there, because that leaves the door way too open. But killing him kind of closes the door, but leaves it like unlocked. It's closed, this is not unlocked. You know, we can still open the door and then follow the Harrison journey. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I loved it. I loved the whole New Blood season. It was great. I loved watching it after all this time. Like the video. Leave me some comments. Subscribe to the channel. I'm recovering from being sick, so I haven't been posting as much, but hopefully I feel better this week and I can get some more content out there. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.